today. Tonight's game is the New York Giants at the San Francisco 49ers. Niners are favored by 10.5. Two of the best players on the Giants are not playing. Andrew Thomas at left tackle, Saquon Barkley, running back. The Giants were putrid for the first 6 quarters of the NFL season, and then much better in the second half against the Cardinals last week. But it's not a great looking Thursday night matchup here, Sam.
No, line is 10.5 in favor of San Francisco, and honestly, that looks kind of soft. It's hard to imagine a way this game. I mean, from a Giants perspective, this game should look quite similar to the Dallas game, right? In terms of this is a nasty 49ers defense. They've got a really formidable defensive front. You don't have any offensive line. Your only good offensive lineman is hurt. Your star running back is now hurt, which means like the whole thing rests on the shoulder of Daniel Jones trying to find a deep bomb to Jalen Hyatt when he gets frustrated enough to ask for one. And that doesn't really seem like sustained success over the course of a game against San Francisco.
No, you mentioned the offensive line. We have the Giants ranked dead last in our current offensive line rankings, and the 49ers defensive front has been as advertised, right? It's not just Nick Bosa. It's Javon Hargrave coming over and the rejuvenated Javon Kinlaw. I mean, they've been much better up front across the board in San Francisco. But you're talking about offensive line interior, Mark Lewinsky, rookie John Michael Schmitz, gotten off to a slow start. Evan Neal, 43 grade through 2 weeks. We were kind of hoping, hey, maybe year 2, things will be fixed there for Neal. Not great so far. So that's going to be difficult, I would say, to say the least. So you need superhuman effort from Daniel Jones. Other side of the ball, I think the Giants, their defensive line should be much better. They're not, I don't think they've sacked the quarterback once. It might have one. Not that the sacks are the only thing here, Sam, but just disruption-wise from Dexter Lawrence to Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, they're just not playing up to their usual standard. Lawrence has the best grade on defense, and it's not close beyond that on the defensive line.
No, I mean, I think one of the learnings or takeaways from the first couple of weeks for the Giants is that defense might be an issue. Like, we kind of flagged this up in preseason. All the talk about how good the offense had been in training camp was also a potential red flag of how bad the defense had been. And that's kind of what's happened those first couple of weeks. That defense has not stopped anybody except for the second half against Arizona. I mean, let's remember, Cardinals got up to 28 points and then stopped scoring. And that's why they were able to execute this comeback. But that's an Arizona team led by Josh Dobbs, who we expect to be terrible. But they got wrecked by Dallas. I kind of expect them to get wrecked by San Francisco as well. Across the board, this just feels like a game where the Giants are way overmatched.
Yeah. Got a lawnmower going on over here. I don't know how loud that is for our listeners, but bear with me here.
Nice.
Brandon Ayuk is questionable for the 49ers, but the story I've been telling is it's a different week. It's a different playmaker that has the potential to step up. Brandon Ayuk is one of the best players in the NFL in week 1. Week 2, production wasn't there. Did have a deep ball where Brock Purdy overthrew him, but certainly even without Ayuk on a short week, Christian McCaffrey's leading the league in rushing. He's been running great. You've got George Kittle. You have Deebo Samuel. Niners have enough playmakers here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, losing one of them just means somebody else is going off. It only becomes a problem if they lose 2 or 3 of those guys in sequence in the same week. But, Brandon Ayuk goes down, it means either George Kittle or Deebo Samuel is going to go off and have a big day. If Deebo goes down, it's Kittle or Ayuk. If Kittle goes down, it's one of the other 2 guys. Like that, it's just they don't have enough targets and touches to go around all the elite playmakers they have. It's just a case of sharing the wealth.
All right, man. I think the Giants' only shot, I believe, is their defensive line stepping up. Obviously, they need to be able to cover. They need to be able to play the run against the Niners. I think if Dexter Lawrence and company, if there's a weakness for the Niners, it's the offensive line. If they can have some success up front, they can keep it close. But where are you going with this one? 10.5. It's a big number, short week, Thursday night. And as we said, Giants have 2 of their key players absolutely out here in Saquon Barkley and Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big number, and yet I still feel like San Francisco is is worth it and then some. I mean, we saw what happened when they played Dallas, and honestly, the 49ers are in a similar plane to Dallas by the looks of it. So maybe it's not going to get that extreme, but I feel like it's still well over 10.
Yeah, I'll take the Niners as well. They're at home, the short week. Yeah, I think there's a lot to like about San Francisco here, especially the way they're playing. Do they have Dallas in week 4? Could this be the old college look-ahead game? They have Dallas coming up at some point, so that'd be the only thing maybe working against the Niners on this one.
No, week 5. 2 weeks.
Week 5, okay. Forget it then. We're both taking the Niners to cover the 10.5.